by Sega.
Hey, how's it, YouTubers? This is episode 65 of the Segaholic, which is an overview of the HSS-0130 Virtua Stick Pro for Sega Saturn. The Virtua Stick Pro for the Sega Saturn is a two-player arcade stick that replicates the look and feel of a Sega Astro City's control panel. Astro City is a Japanese-only arcade cabinet, or what is commonly referred to as a candy cab. Let's get my copy from off the shelf. I got this roughly 6 years ago using a Japanese proxy service for Yahoo Japan auctions. The box is pretty beat up as it was sent without being shipped in another box, but doing so would have raised the price on an already expensive shipping charge. If you want one of these, you're going to have to eat the shipping costs due to the size and weight. Weighing with the Wii Fit board, the box and stick comes in at a tick under 14 pounds, while the stick alone weighs a tick over 11 pounds. Here's the dimensions for both the box and the stick in both inches and centimeters. The box's part number is 671-7552 Alpha. The stick comes covered in 2 plastic bags and suspended in the box with 2 foam bricks with right and left markings. Despite the box being beat up, the stick is in excellent condition and has seen minimal wear and use. The only thing wrong with the stick is the slight rust stains on the bottom plate. The bottom plate is easily removed by unscrewing the 8 exposed screws. Unfortunately, you only have access to the controller PCB at this point, which is part number 171-7309. The board has a Sega 315-5789A IC encoder, the same as the standard control pads. Interesting note about this chip is that you can use 2 Toshiba TC74HC153A ICs to replicate its function. Here's a schematic from Gamesx if you want to custom build a controller. To access the sticks and buttons, these 6-7mm nuts must be removed. Flip the stick over and pull the panel toward the lip while lifting slightly with the sticks. Notice that the button switches are soldered directly to a PCB. Why Sega's engineers chose to use a PCB instead of just using a wire harness and connectors is beyond me. The sticks are Seimitsu LS32s. You can identify them as Seimitsus by the distinct gate. The buttons are not as bad as you may have read. For 99% of gamers, these will be fine. Really, button quality will mostly depend on the quality of the button switches. It's the buttons without switches but with membranes, like the original Virtua Stick, that are truly inferior. The stick switches are Matsushita branded switches. I'm not sure who the current switch manufacturer Seimitsu uses, but I do know that Sanwa uses Omron switches. You can replace rusty panel studs and nuts from replacements from Sanwa. The replacements are the same length and pitch, but the heads are just a bit smaller. Sega used ABS plastic and plexiglass for the frame and moves list cover respectively. It might be the reason why the frame was molded as such, as the well provides rigidity, but obviously makes it a pain to access the panel buttons quickly. Compare this to the frame of an actual Astro City panel, whose frame is made from fiberglass resin and moves list cover is actual glass. Here's the paperwork that came with the stick. First off is the instruction manual, followed by the registration card, which is specific and unique to each Sega Saturn item sold in Japan. And finally, this, which I do not know what it is. If you do know and can read Japanese, please let me know in the comment section below. This is the part numbers for the unknown insert and envelope. while this is the part number for the registration card and the part number for the manual. These are the 3 moves lists that come with the stick: the AM2 games Fighting Vipers, Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Fighter Kids, along with their respective part numbers. Special thanks to Sega Retro, who point out 2 magazine articles from the Japanese Sega Saturn magazine. You can download the PDF from Sega Retro or read the actual magazines. If you can read Japanese, please leave a translation of the articles in the comments section below. Thanks in advance. The following are some pictures I took when I first got the stick some 6 years ago. In the past, this stick was poached for its base and was modified with other panels and sticks and even Virtual One twin sticks. As such, the prices on eBay and Yahoo Japan auctions reflect the demand and scarcity of this stick. Here's a comparison shot of the Virtua Stick Pro and an actual Astro City panel. Dimensions are exactly the same, although the weight of the fiberglass Astro City panel is much heavier. Anyways, like I promised before, a future video will be about making a stick with one of these candy cab panels and how to properly crimp connectors and do simple pad hacks. Here's a Blast City panel using a single player Astro City panel from Shimizu that I made before I got the Virtua Stick Pro. And this is another Blast City panel using a Sega panel with card reader. Anyways, I gotta run, but before I go, please subscribe and hit the like button. See you guys next time. Aloha.